It's recorded since it's a scheduled uh, session.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. Let me share a screen. That, of
Mm-hmm.
course, would be the first step. Oh, Lord. There we go. Uh, so TLC, the first thing, I mean, looking at, let's just go to ES futures chart. Okay. How do you determine chop? Watch price action. First step. Okay. Let me remove that real quick. Go ahead and run these up here. But we basically sat in chop for the all of these days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 days. I mean, it did nothing but chop from the high of 78.20 to the low of 77.24. John, that is less. Oh gosh, it just pains me to say this,
Mm-hmm.
but it's less than 100 points in 6 days, dude.
Yeah.
Like that is uh, your first sign that price is in chop when the range is that small. If you just draw out a gray box in a this tight range, you see we're making higher lows, but we were making lower highs. That's your first sign you're consolidating or chopping. Here's the top of chop. Here's the bottom of chop. Today we wicked out above the top of chop, but now we've pulled back. So this is what I would say. We remain in chop as long as price on ES remains below 78.20. If we can bust out of here in a day, then I think we have busted out of that choppy range. Just look at the ES weekly chart. We chopped for 3 months until last week when we busted out of the chop. If you just take a little look at the weekly, and everyone would agree during that 3 months that we were chopping, and you take a look at the daily, this looks the same, just less candles. So that's the first thing you can look at, just straight up, just look at the higher time frames and look at your candle structure. If you're making higher lows but lower highs, it is chop. Or if you are making higher highs but lower lows, it's chop. You need, in order for it to be a trend, you need to be making higher highs and higher lows. For an uptrend, for a downtrend, lower highs and lower lows. All right. So candlestick structure is the first thing. The second thing that I like to do is in the morning, especially with day trading in the SPX room, what I like to do is look at Fibonacci's, and it can change throughout the day, obviously, right? You got to remain flexible. Like John says, remain like Gumby. So important, right? But here is your CPI candle. Was the high, this was the low pre-market. That's what we did. Boom, boom. Okay. So early on in the morning, what I like to do is find that important, in this case, since, before the bell rang, we were up like 40 points or something like that. So it was definitely an up move. So I ran my Fibonacci's before the bell or right at the bell like this. All right. And then what I'm looking for, and I'm going to show you on the chart where we went long in the SPX room. What I'm looking for is when price pulls back to the 236, because I go into each morning, if we're gapping up, assuming it's going to be a bullish trending day. And price action has to prove me otherwise. So as long as the 23.6 and the 38.2 on pullbacks are holding as support, I keep my thesis of a bullish trending day. So you can see here on this pullback to the bull channel, we moved to the upside, made new all-time highs, as a matter of fact. So I just keep running my fibs up. And that was the only sizable pullback. The next even down candle we had was right there, all the way up until we made this high. Okay. Now I'm still under the thesis of a bullish trending day, as long as the bull channel holds as support. But right here at 11:20 Eastern time, this bull channel, bulls no longer were defending this channel. That's when, for me, I say, oopsie daisy, could be back to chop. That's when on my Fibonacci's, I remove the 23.6 and the 38.2. I leave the 50 and the 618 on. Notice the confluence of the 618, by the way. That's a pretty good confluence there. Anyway, I leave the 50 and the 618 on, and my thesis changes, and it changes because bulls were no longer defending the 38.2. They began defending the 618. So at this point, we are back in chop until, for me, either this channel or this channel is taken out. And I'm just going to go to this low, okay? So we remain in chop, and this is what my thesis is right now during this time of the day, based solely because price is telling me that. All right, so I'm going to remove that one. I'm going to remove that one, and I'm going to show you this is the bottom of chop, that's the top of chop, and I believe that we chop between these levels on the ES for now. I'm wrong, and my thesis changes if we get above 78.23 or if we get below 7797. That's how I do it. Day in, day out. I let price tell me. You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah, and the only other thing like I bring up every once in a while, I feel like I do all of that what Mel was saying. And I hardly, let's see, where's my watch list real quick. I bring this up every once in a while, is using the advancers $ ADVNC. And I have levels on there that I've shared with you guys. I would encourage you to put those on a chart. Let me see, pull this active trader over, and I'll just share with you one more time. And you want to put this on like a 2-minute or 1 minute, and you can just have like a little small chart in the background that kind of tells you, kind of gives you an idea. Like, so for example, the trend is actually pretty green, right, to the upside. And today my levels are telling me, hey, John, if you're going to do anything, scalp longs, right? Doesn't mean that I can't scalp puts. I'm just saying, put this thing on a 2-minute chart. I was taught on a 2-minute by my buddy Troy, and it really helps out. Give me 1 second here. And if you guys like to use the New York Stock Exchange Composite Advanced Issues, these levels here kind of give me an idea what I want to do for the day as well. Take a screenshot. They still have not fixed this bug. This is so frustrating. Mel, is yours still doing this, or is it just me? Maybe I need to call them.
I don't use that.
You don't ever
Um,
take a picture?
yeah, but I
I'm talking
use
about when you
keyboard.
oh, so can you do me a
I use
favor
my
though?
keyboard.
Just try to
Yeah.
take a screenshot for me
All right.
and
Take
see
screenshot.
yeah, is it go blank? Okay, it
Uh-huh.
did. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
it's not just me. All right, cool.
Nope,
Cool,
not
cool.
just you.
All right. Man,
No, I
I bet
use
they would say
shortcut, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. This
Yeah.
or this little guy, the snipping tool.
I don't
Is the
know.
snipping tool
Start
suck?
shift S. That's what I
Well,
use.
what is
Start
it?
shift S like that. And you
Okay.
can actually do recording or picture. And then I just go like that.
Okay.
Boom.
Can you, when you do that, can you draw
Mhm.
inside of that, or does it look kind of funny? Like, for
Well, you
example,
would have to draw inside of it before you
see
take a
if
picture.
I draw in it, like with my drawing tools, they erase, so I can't. But look, if I take a picture with this, it gives me the ability to draw. The problem is it looks really silly. You know what I mean? Like I can't draw
Which
nicely.
screen are you on? Okay, you're on main.
Yeah, just this
Okay,
main
thank you.
one here. So like I I wish that does anybody know if there's a copy tool like when we cut and paste? If, for example, what I'm doing is I'm going to this snippet or snipping tool and I go to new and I cut and paste. This is what I usually do. I could draw. The problem is like, well, maybe this would do it. Okay. That might okay. I just never noticed. Maybe I just do that. That's kind of cool. I wonder if there's a text feature in here. Is that what this is? Nope. Edit in Paint. What is this? Window, full screen, freedom. Freedom. Okay, I could, make this fun. Yes. Okay, cool. I think I got it. I just need to figure out how to text on this because a lot of times I'll try to write and it looks so sloppy,
Mm, mhm.
like sloppy. So it's really hard to draw on here. I'm curious if there's a draw quick redact, copy all text.
Uh-uh.
I don't know.
I don't see a text
Yeah, I
either.
don't either. Square.
Um, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right before you clip. Oh yeah, yeah. From Thinkorswim, I could do that.
That's what I do. I
Yeah,
mean, I just yeah, I do my drawing and then I take my screenshot.
yeah, that makes sense.
It's the exact same amount of time. It's just the order in which you do it.
Hmm.
By the way, if anybody is long via the indicator, I assume ES gave the same. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a both zone long and a shotgun long. I trimmed at the 15-minute AMA, but price is coming up to that next target trim.
Mhm. Let's go all the way back to the all-time highs. Did I get in? I tried to put a trade in for SPX. I don't think it went through. I hate you. All right. No, it did not. Let me see. I don't want to inch this up, but I might cancel replace order. They're just not giving me a lot
You're
of
gonna
credit.
enter.
Well, I'm trying to sell. Okay. So I'm trying to sell a really tight one today, 90 by 95s.
Oh gosh,
Because
whoa!
I
You're
because
gonna
I feel
park
like
that
yeah,
Volkswagen
yep,
or park that big old truck in the
yeah.
Volkswagen
I'm
spot,
trying to
right?
see though. So this is like, let me see. Let's see if they'll give me 25 cents. Okay, it filled. I did that. So yeah, a really tight one today. And because I feel like everyone will go for the round number. So I'm trying to just see if we can inch up that way and then close right underneath it. So they burn.
Uh,
So they basically burn anyone that's trying to sell those up there. That's my thought.
TLC, sorry. Do you feel like I answered your question for you, TLC? I saw that you asked some questions after your question, so I just want to make sure you feel like I answered them for you.
Holy moly. Let's go, Tessie.
Martin B says market makers are mental toss fly coons. Jeez. Danny J, I do not see a email from you, so you might want to resend that. It's melissa.beagle@simplertrading.com. Go ahead, TLC. You got one more question. I'm up for questions.
Love it.
I'm always a dude. I love Q&A. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I so my favorite day trading chart, time frame TLC is a 5-minute chart. Do I draw my buy and sell zones on a 5-minute? No, but do I pay attention? If you're looking at my main screen here, look at the imbalance, guys. Just look for the imbalances. If you do nothing else, and it's on a 5-minute chart, right? Well, we had a zone here also via the indicator. This was the you have a confluence of the 618 of the move. Number one, you have Fibonacci right here plus an imbalance candle, and this is a 5-minute inside and up. I I see these. I can imagine John sees them in his sleep, but like, cause he's been trading this twice as long as what I have. But I look at it and I see it immediately. So I knew without a doubt that 7801, 7800 was a buy for me. And this is on a 5-minute chart and your candlestick structure, right? Of an inside and up. So I'm not going to draw this as a zone necessarily at 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm drawing zones on my chart. I use those zones. Those zones come from um, 2 hour charts, not 5-minute charts. But I always know vice versa. I mean, let's not just talk about the upside. You got to consider the downside here. Why did I trim? Why did I tell you I'm trimming here? Well, you got an imbalance candle here on the 5-minute. You got an imbalance candle here. You got an imbalance candle here. You got clear on the 5-minute candlestick structure telling you where to take your profits. Yeah, Max, we're not recording my screen, which unfortunately is an issue when we have multiple screens. So sorry, guys. I just looked up there when you said that, Max. Yeah, I apologize, but now it should be recording it. So everything that I just said, here's your imbalance candle on the 5-minute. TLC asks if I draw zones off the 5-minute. I don't draw my initial buy zones off 5-minute candlestick structure. I use higher time frame. But when we are trading in during the day, I look at 5-minute candlestick structure to give me confidence when it is in confluence with higher time frame levels as well. And in this case, Fibonacci 618 was right here. And then I was saying that I'm looking at imbalance candles and candlestick structure to the downside on that big pullback to get targets. See them? So, yes, yes, yeah, for sure, TLC, because we hadn't come back down, right? But I'm not going to speculate a trade. I'm not going to try to call a top because I know there's an imbalance candle down here. That no, thank you. I'm gonna wait for confirmation. I'm gonna have a reason. This chart has to prove to me. I don't know if you watched my YouTube session yesterday. But this no top calling for me when we're making new all time highs. The chart, the price action has to prove to me that the buyers have stopped buying and the sellers are back in control before I'm going to go short. But look at that freaking confirmation short right there. Boom. Whew. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that one
What?
was really nice.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
y'all catch that?
both of
Holy
those. I mean, no, I
mackerel.
went short some oil earlier, made some money on that, and that was about it. Did not
Gotcha.
catch that, but they were nice, beautiful. And I feel like the risk was right where it needed to be.
Royce, the shotgun label is the new indicator that we're going to have available to purchase September. The shotgun method just means it's not looking at the zones. It's just looking at for the confirmation to occur and then it prints. And so that's what that is. You can see the green arrows on the chart. It gives you where your entry is, what your risk is, and targets as well. What's the name of the indicator? It will be called the trendy precision, but it's not available yet. John's been testing it on his screens for 6 months. I put it on my screens in May, but I had a very preliminary, can I call it a preliminary version, John?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
In May. And it wasn't actually until I got back from vacation at the 1st of August that I've had the current one on my screen. So I've had it on my screen for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and there were, and while Melissa was gone, is really when it came together. So it was like those 2 weeks. We hit it with a lot of different features. And so, to be quite honest, the preliminary one, like she said, was not where it needed to be. And now I feel like it's definitely where it needs to be, unless we have any, feedback in the next couple weeks. But I think it's where it needs to be, and it's on TradingView, which is really nice.
Yeah, I can bring that over. I have it already pulled up, John, so people can see it on TV.
Hmm.
Can y'all see that? My trading view chart. Yeah, here it is. You see the shotgun short, shot his zone long. That zone long is from back here where I got long. Okay, let's be clear. We're still hitting targets on this zone long,
Hmm.
but you could be shotgun short here. But
Yeah,
that's what it looks
and you
like on
can
trading view.
that's what I don't know if you were listening to me the other day, Mel, but I was talking about how I was still in a trade from a previous entry. And you can turn on the previous entries. We'll talk more about it when we, sit down all together after you guys get it, and go over all the different things you can do with it. But I'll turn it on just to, remember, oh yeah, where was my original target? Like for example, right now I have a 5 minute entry at 78.10. My reward's 3.75. For some reason, if something else sets up and it pops up, I'll just jot that down and remember, where my actual stop is. And of course, all this would already be in. I would have my trigger in, I'd have my stop in, have my targets and so forth. So,
I turned on show priors, John.
oh, okay,
So
cool.
here's that, and you still have your targets sitting
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
but it makes my chart way too sloppy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I have a little bit of a Asperger's condition that makes me not be able to have that on there. So, y'all, when y'all get it, you can have at it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen some charts in here with 1,000 lines on it. I know some of you guys will probably keep it on. So, all right, guys. Let's see.
I
Got
don't
you.
see
Oh,
any other
thanks.
questions. You see any other
Mm-mm.
questions?
No,
I
ma'am.
mean,
I
it's
don't.
cool.
And I
Y'all
think
been hanging out
yeah,
today, so Good
And
stuff.
you and I have a meeting, what, at 2 o'clock with the
Boop,
gang?
boop, de doop.
I think
2
so.
o'clock your time, yeah, 3
Yeah.
o'clock my time.
Okay.
You got it. Mm.
Alrighty. So I guess I'll see you there, Mel. And again, I'm in the background. If you guys need anything, Mel's in the background. Just don't forget to ping us. So just you add us like the A symbol, or you just click on our names and it automatically puts it down for you. And then you guys can ping us. That way, if I'm sitting in front of the computers, I hear a ding. I know it's you guys. So that's how you get our attention. Okay.
Awesome, cool.
Thanks, Mel.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all have an awesome rest of your day.
Yes, ma'am.